Hi. Thank you for coming. So happy. There should be a sign-up sheet going around. If you'll just kind of fill that out so that we make sure we know who all was here, so we can give you credit, because you do get credit on OrgSync for attending these meetings. We'll kind of hopefully explain OrgSync in a little bit. But again, welcome. This is the Deaf Hearing Social Club. If you don't know why you're here, hopefully you do. This is the second year that we've started back up. The club kind of fell apart, and last year they reestablished it, and it went really, really well. We won Organization of the Year with a very small amount of actually active participants. So that's really exciting, and I'm hoping we can kind of continue that trend. If we could win 2 years in a row, that would be awesome. Anyway, like I said, my name is Krista Figueroa. I'm DHSC president.
I'm Melanie King, and I'm vice president.
And our lovely interpreter is Jesselyn, and she will be interpreting. She's the advisor, kind of the staff helper. But again, welcome. I'm really, really happy you could all be here. Yay. Okay, OrgSync. OrgSync is kind of the school's, not really a Facebook, but it's kind of the school's way of getting all the organizations together online, so that you can go online and, for example, we're recording this meeting and it's going to go up on OrgSync so that people that couldn't come can watch it, still get credit. We'll post our events. We'll have silent lunches, meetings, any kind of event that we'll have, we'll put up there for you. And like as mentioned, you get credit for coming to these meetings. You get, if it's an hour long, you get an hour's worth of credit. If there's a 2-3 hour event, you get 2 or 3 hours worth of credit. So the more you come, make sure that we know you're here. That's why we do that sign-up sheet. Make sure you put your name down. Is there a way we can maybe show OrgSync? Maybe. I'm not exactly.
Also, you might want to explain the credit that you get. Yeah, the credit that you get for coming and activities, and it's not only this meeting, but if you go to other meetings, if you're interested in music club, if you're interested in, there's so many out there. You can see them all through OrgSync. So check it out and see what's there and available. This may be just one thing you're interested in. There might be others that you can get involved in as well. But those credits, basically at the end of the year, people who have volunteered and involved, they get these credits that apply to it's kind of like your extracurricular account, and that's noted. And that can be put down on your on resumes. That shows up, and people can see those things. Your transcript, that shows up, and it's a benefit to you. There's not an award. I mean, there can be an award depending on how many points you've gotten, but for the most part, really, you're adding into your. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like in an account, a good actions, activities
Community
account, community services. So it benefits you in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And speaking of being several, this is just one of 20 student organizations we have here on campus. So even though it's not your thing, there's always something for you to get involved with. So this is what I have.
Okay, I logged into my OrgSync, and let me go back and show you where that was on the campus's main page, down towards the bottom. Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, it's
it's different
right
here. You see that the OrgSync, and you click it, and it's your OK.
Well, you have to log in.
Mine, I guess.
Yeah,
You can set up an account.
Yeah.
It's just
set
your
up
OK.
an account, and it's under your OK things. And up here, it does like your membership.
I think it automatically puts everybody in SGA.
I think it does.
But
Does
you
it
have
do
to,
that? Yes, it
but
does.
you have to go up and browse for Deaf Hearing Social Club, and you can find us, and then that's how you join. And then this, Student Government Association.
So it automatically.
Yeah, everybody. I think everybody is automatically enrolled, joined in that one. That when they do like the movie on the Hill and all the Howdy Week that we just had, they do all that.
Does this 30 minutes count for volunteer work or just as activities or events?
I think depending, some of them you can do, like, I know there's, at the end, in spring, we'll probably explain that better, but they have Shine Awards where you get like the extra cords and everything. And some of the things you can count towards those Shine hours.
But not necessarily the meetings, but the activities that we participate in.
But it's also good to show your participation, you know, that you've been coming to the meetings,
No, I'm not
being an
saying
active
don't come
member.
to the
Yeah. But yeah,
I just want that to be clear.
Yeah, any activities you can add to that total is gonna just help you. But yeah, some of them can count towards like the Shine hours, like the customer, if you wanna say customer first, community service hours.
Right, so this is our DHSC page, and that's our meeting that we're at right now. There's stuff,
They just changed it.
yeah,
They
it
just
looks a
updated
little
everything.
different to me.
But I think if you scroll up to the top, they'll have there, see like there's a home, people, events, files,
And look.
or like,
There's people.
but so, like I said, they just updated OrgSync. This is, I think, the first semester with it being all new and fancy, so we're still kind of learning it too. But yeah, but all the events, I'm gonna add more events as we go along. Right now, I just added the member meetings. And if you go on there and RSVP to let us know you're coming, so we can kind of prepare, like how many agendas I need to print out, or, you know, if we're gonna have a full room like this, or maybe like 4 people.
And sometimes if we have, like, do people prefer, you know, a game night on this date or this date, we may put a poll
Yeah,
up
we
there
can
and
do polls.
see, you know, which might work best to get the most amount of people to attend our events.
Yeah,
and
so
that sort of
I
thing.
think this is gonna be, the more I play with it, I think this is gonna be easier, more interactive than even Facebook. Facebook will still be good for like just announcements, but this we can do, like I said, polls, you can do the events, you can post all the pictures and videos, and you can really get, I think, involved better with OrgSync, and plus that's what campus wants to use. So, man,
And I
use
think
what they
it's-
want us.
And I think it's user friendly,
Mhm.
so, do we need anything else?
No, just the demonstration. But yeah, so if you go on there, sign up on OrgSync, find the club, join the club, that would be wonderful. Okay, so speaking of events, we have 2 fairly big non-DHSC related events coming up. The first one is on the 18th. I have notes, I should be looking for notes. On the 18th is Deaf Awareness Day at the fair, at the state fair. I know we're gonna have a table set up. There's a sheet outside the room where you can sign up to work the table. It's not DHSC, but it is for the interpreter program here. So if you wanna sign up, there's a sheet out there. You just work the table for however long period of time. I think they have.
And if you're on that sheet, then you don't have to pay to get into the fair, they give you a ticket.
Oh, I didn't know that. Bonus. So if you're interested in that, that'd be a really good way to, you know, kind of get your foot in the door with like deaf community, because there's going to be a
Counts
lot
as
of,
a deaf
and
community.
it counts as a deaf community event for those of you that have to write a paper on it. That's what I used last year.
That's what I did.
That's what I used.
Yeah.
I'll just yeah.
Probably.
I think that's it for,
What time is that at? Is it all day?
It's all
I think
day.
it's pretty much all day. I know it's like 10
It's
to
like 9.
9 or
10,
something for the
yeah.
sign-up sheet, but it's all day.
It's all day.
Doesn't matter how many people at the table at once.
What better?
We could
For,
take shifts.
to actually be able to write the paper over it, do we have to work it or can we just go?
You just have to
You just
go,
go.
as long as you go, because I couldn't work the table. I think I had to work that day or something, but I couldn't work a shift. So I just went, and you just interact with people, and that's basically what your paper is going to be about, is the interaction with the deaf community. Your experiences, what if you learn, you know, whatever. But no, you don't have to work a table to get credit for that, for your paper.
And all the performances, not all, most of the performances that day at the fair, you know, like the the Western show or the circus or whatever, there's an interpreter there. So you actually get to see interpreters at work too, so.
For anyone who needs observations,
Mm-hmm.
there's opportunity for more upcoming advanced students.
It's just good all around.
Good,
Yeah.
just a good day all the way around.
Okay, next one is our ASL walk. Okay, I say our, but it's not ours. The former vice president of DHSC set up the ASL walk. It's a mile walk around the zoo, and the funds go to help the interpreter program, to help buy new computers for the lab, or whatever things we might need in the program. I went to that also last year, and it was really fun. They said it's a mile walk around the zoo, and then you get to go to the zoo the rest of the day. Like, you're already there. You get a little wristband, and you're there for the rest of the day. You can go watch shows that they have interpreted, see all the animals, just hang out at the zoo all day. And that also can count as a deaf event for a paper.
It will be warmer this year.
It was freezing.
Freezing.
Freezing. I couldn't
But-
even sign almost, like, talk, because my hands were.
But there are flyers for the ASL walk. There's one in this room, there's basically anywhere you go, you'll see a flyer. And there's in the lab, outside on the poster board, they're everywhere. So it's got all the details, but you do need to register online by the 31st of this month.
So
So
that's Sunday.
Yes.
that's coming up quick. So if you want
No,
to do it,
Saturday.
Sunday, Saturday? I don't know.
Sunday. Whatever the 31st is, check your calendar.
Yeah, 31st of this month, last day of this month, is the last day to register for the ASL walk. So if you want to do it, make sure you please go on and register. And you can buy a cool shirt. So, for DHSC events, I have kind of a list on the agenda. For those of you that don't have one, we'll make sure you get one. I don't know if we're going to be able to do everything, but these are kind of some ideas that we have. Last year at the Halloween Carnival, we did a bake sale in jail. I'm going to cross out the silent auction. That's kind of taken on a little too much on our plate right now. We only have 2 officers right now, so that's kind of a lot. But the bake sale in the jail went really, really well last year. I would love to be able to do that again at the Halloween Carnival. Last year we picked names off the angel tree, and I didn't get to participate, but I know that was, a good thing.
And just more explanation of what that is. The angel tree is this huge Christmas tree that they set up in the students' cafeteria center there. And they have families who are in need, can't afford to buy Christmas presents or whatever. And their names, the children's, their name's not there, but the ages, if it's a female or a male, gift ideas. And you take a tag and you buy the gifts. And last year we sponsored 4 children. So it's really, it's a very cool opportunity to provide back to the community, so.
Question, jail? Like,
Like, we have pipes, like a big
PVC.
box, and we will make little flyers, and you get served with this paper. Someone can pay, they might pay $20 to put you in jail, and then you have to go in jail and you have to beg for money from other people to get out of jail.
Or pay yourself.
Or
to
pay
get
yourself
out.
out.
Oh,
I got that last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
so-
only difference is how much you get put in is how much you have to raise to get out.
So they have cups and they're begging as people walk by and they put their
It's kind of
change
funny,
in.
but
I know, it's funny.
if you have to go to work or you have class
Do
or
people
something,
actually do it?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we
It's
raised a lot of money last year doing it. But it's just fun. People go throw their friends in jail. It doesn't have to be a DHSC. Anybody on campus.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have to be a lot, it can be like $1, but it's just like the reason to help raise money and have fun.
I know
Like with your
people
friends
do
and you stand in the jail and you shake the cup and you try to get people to raise money for a good cause. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And usually, last year we had the bake sale table, and then next to it we had the jail.
And we sold out of our.
Nearly sold out.
Yeah, we nearly sold out of the bake
Well,
sale.
and also during that time there was the St. Jude's fundraiser, and we had already said that we would donate half of what we earned. So we donated almost $600 back
the
to
jail?
St. Jude.
With
Now,
the jail-
part of
with-
that was
yeah.
bake sale and jail together, and so we raised about 12, no, it was 600, and we donated 300.
Okay.
Yeah. And even, the president, the vice presidents, they get involved too. It's really, it's an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. Throw your friend in jail.
That's like my birthday one year.
Yes, I think last year Allison got thrown in jail for being too happy or being too
Yeah.
smiley. Like, you just come up with any excuse you want and, you're going to jail.
Exactly.
It's just good fun.
It's fun. Okay, so a couple other things. Game nights are just kind of what it sounds like. Everyone comes into these 2 rooms. We bring games. The deaf community gets involved, and we just play games all night. And people loved it last year, so if we can do that again, I would love to go ahead and do that again. Silent lunches are on-campus lunch. We go out in the hub and we pick a table, and you sit at the table and you eat and you sign. Don't use your voice. It's really good practice. I know the first time I went, I was scared to death. So like, I don't know enough sign to keep the conversation going. I can say blue and green. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it helps a lot because you're watching the students, the other ITP students sign, and they're helping you. If you don't know a word, you can, try and spell it out, and they'll help you. And so if you're kind of intimidated by a teacher, then maybe you won't hopefully be intimidated by a student, and we can help you learn new signs, and it's a lot of fun too. I had an idea of doing a snow cone truck fundraiser this year, bringing a snow cone truck to campus. This is a new idea. We would just have to contact them, tell them what day we want to do it, and they would bring a truck. And I think it was a certain percentage of the money raised they would give us. 20% of whatever minus taxes they would give to us. So I thought that might be kind of a cool idea. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought that would be cool. And then the JJ Mime I'll put off for a minute because that needs a little more explanation, and we'll need to vote on that because that's a little more pricey. Do you want to go ahead and explain SHEP?
Yeah, I am part of SHEP, and for those of you that don't know what that is, that's the Sight Hearing Encouragement Program. And what that is they serve the deaf blind of our state. I am a level 2 SSP. Maria is working on her certification right now, as well as some others. But we have some events coming up. Most notably, one I've been working on all summer is a benefit dinner and silent auction. Here this week, there'll be a flyer out there. Please, please, please come to that and come to the dinner. We also have started some deaf-blind chats. We'll have one a month at different locations, but probably most likely the Chick-fil-A that's out there on I-40 in MacArthur. And please come to those and join. You'll get to see tactile signing or close signing, and that's just a different way to see sign language, and it's a great, great organization. And once you meet the people who run it, your life will be changed. That's it. And so be looking for those, and I'll keep you guys updated on events for SHEP as well, because I love it.
Is there any way you can get any information on SHEP training, like when they have their training classes? And
When
stuff?
I know the next training, I will put it out on our club page.
Because I'd like to know. I emailed them, but I don't think it went through. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, 2 weeks ago there was going to be a training session in Tulsa, but enough people didn't register. And I think his name is Tom or Tim. Tim. He emailed me, actually he called me, and he's trying to collect enough people. So I can text him, like if there's enough people interested, I can text him now, just tell him your name and that you may be interested, but the training is $70. Just want to let you know that, and it will be for a full day.
Yeah,
Like a full
it's extensive.
Day. Yeah. So if you're interested, I'll shoot
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so JJ Mime. I don't know how many of you went to or know about the Oak Grid. We had a conference in Tulsa 2 months ago, I think, about 2 months ago. It was beginning of summer. There was a gentleman there. He is a mime, and I didn't get to see his original performance, but I got to go to his workshop, and it was a lot of fun.
I saw his performance, and it was
Was it?
amazing. Yeah.
So he had actually contacted me and said he would be interested in coming to the school. However, it's not free. it is something we have to pay for. And it could get fairly expensive. He told me that his rates, it is $475 for the mime show. Plus we would have to pay for his travel and a night or two stay, depending on how long he was to be here. And then also if we wanted to add like a workshop, like a class, it would be another $275. So you can see how this could get quite expensive depending on what all we have him do. I think it would be fun. I wouldn't be heartbroken if we decide not to do it because of the price. I understand that's kind of an expensive thing.
I would like to table this because first you guys need to know how much money we have. Also, ITP, we talked about the ASL walk that happened last year. We still have money from that, and we were talking about setting up a workshop and maybe partnering, the ITP partnering with DHSC. So there's a possibility we could pool our money here together.
Well, then maybe we'll put him on hold because it's not something we have to do like now or tomorrow or.
Now might be a good time to let them know how much money the club has. Okay, and this is something that we all have to vote for when we're doing things. We can't just spend money without you guys knowing, those kinds of things, okay? So, you have those?
I have the number from last week.
Yeah.
In the account, we have $3,726.63. As of Monday last week.
That's not changed.
Oh, okay, so still. So that's how much we have now. Since we might be partnering, if you guys want to put the JJ mine, want to put him on hold, like I said, we don't have to make a decision right now. This is not an immediate thing. Plus, I know there's a lot of other people that were interested in coming to the meeting that aren't here. So I want to make sure that they know that they're included also. But just kind of to put that little bug in your ear that he is interested in coming. I wouldn't mind having him at all. I think it would be a lot of fun just for ITP students and even students that know no sign language. It was very clear you could, it's mine, but I just think it would be a lot of fun. So just kind of keep that in the back of your minds, I guess, then for now.
Is there any way we could sell tickets as well? Like
We could, that is an option, yeah. That is an option. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to get that bug in people's ear, just kind of so you know that this is someone that's interested in coming, doing a performance for the school. If we want to do
For
it.
curious, I think he's on Facebook.
Yes, I think he joined DHSC on Facebook. He was all gung ho.
Can you Google him?
He has. I'll have to put
Somewhere.
I know he has a website. I can't remember exactly what it is. I'll have to put it up on Facebook or on OrgSync or something. I know he has a website and you can go look. But what it is, I can't tell you right now because I don't remember. But did anyone else have a comment, question about that? Okay. So we'll put that on hold for now. Okay. Other events, was there anything else that maybe I haven't mentioned that you think would be a fun event to do with the club? Again, this isn't everything that we've done. This is just kind of an idea of things that we would like to do. But if anybody has any ideas of any events that they want to see done or want to maybe try, or even fundraisers that you want to try, anything, any kind of event at all.
It would be great to email to
Yes.
us so that we can go to the officers.
We do need more officers. Yes. I want you guys all involved. I want you to feel like you have a role in this. This isn't just the officers, which right now is me and Melly. But it's not just the two of us running it. This is a club. This is all of us. All of us together is what makes the club work. It's everybody, is involved in this, and I want everybody to feel like they are a part of this. I don't want you to just kind of feel like, oh, I go to the meetings. I want you to feel like you really belong here. So if there's any questions you ever have, any events, any fundraisers, anything at all, you can email us. You can, if you want my cell number, I'll give it to you. Whatever. But speaking of officers, I know I see a lot of new faces in the room, but exciting. But if there's anybody all that's interested in running for office, we need a secretary, a treasurer, and an SGA representative. I think most people kind of know what secretary and treasurer, but the SGA representative would basically be our person that goes to the SGA meetings. There are, like, twice a week, or twice a month rather?
Yes, I think second and fourth Thursday.
It's first and third. I just,
Yeah,
First and
third.
Okay,
I
so,
lost track.
but we would need a person that would be able to kind of go to those meetings, kind of see what's going on with the school, see what we need to get involved in, and come back and report to us in the meetings, and let everybody else know.
Last year, we sponsored several things, and we maybe sponsored them with the Nurses Association, or so we did some things and volunteered for some other events here on campus with other groups, so.
But,
Also, I would like to add that if you are an ASL 1 student sitting here and you're going, there is no way I can sign, I can't do this, I'm going to tell you right now you're wrong. Because, and I know Allison, you started as an ASL 1. I know that Jennifer McElroy, she started as an ASL 1 student, sitting in the chairs just like you. I convinced her to become an officer. She did. She immediately went to president of the club. She increased her signing ability incredibly because she got involved socially, worked on practice, took care of things. She was patient with herself. She then became an SGA officer as well, and now she has graduated the program. She just finished her bachelor's program. So becoming an officer has benefits. It forces you, yes, to sign more, but then your skills go like this more too. So there's benefits. So don't be afraid. You might be nervous, and that's okay. That's normal. But don't say, no, I can't because I'm ASL 1. That's just an excuse. I'm going to challenge you this year to be stronger than your excuses. That's my theme this year. Be stronger than your excuses.
Exactly.
I guess at the end I can have, at the end of the meeting, if anybody's interested, though, maybe if you're shy, come up and we'll put your name down on a piece of paper. We will have to vote on it. So, because there might be other people that aren't here that want to run.
So our next meeting, we'll put the list out there, put it on OrgSync.
Yeah.
And then our next meeting.
Okay. I know there's a couple other things left, but we're slowly starting to run out of time.
We can skip DHSC scholarship for
Yeah.
that's already.
T-shirts. We have T-shirts available. You can buy them over in the ITP office. Again, there's flyers for those up just about everywhere also.
And we are limited for how many. If you want to know what sizes and how many we have left this year, it's on my office door.
Is that the gray t-shirt?
That's
Yeah,
the gray one
gray
from
with
last
the
year.
pistol Pete.
Right. There's no year on it. We designed it so that it could be every year. We can talk about changing colors or whatever you want. But what we have left, if you're interested and you want one now, you can see what I have available. It's on my door. And if you don't know where my door is, I'm in there too.
Is the ASL wall t-shirt different from last year?
Yes.
The black t-shirt? Or
Yes.
It's online.
On the, well, kind of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, on the flyer, there's a little tiny picture of the shirts, and I think that's what the shirt's gonna look like.
Okay.
They might change the footprint a little. I kind of hope they do, but because I helped Eric. I made the flyers, and he sent it to somebody else to make the T-shirts. So they kind of just tweaked my design, but that meant taking a chunk out of the shoe. So it's like, here's the shoe. Use the real shoe, not the missing chunk one. And hopefully they change that. If not, oh well. Last but not least, again, thank you for coming, but I know there's a lot of people that couldn't make it. Would anybody here, would it be easier for anybody here if we had some kind of like an afternoon meeting, like around, I think like 12-ish it was last year? Because I know there were a lot of people telling me that they couldn't come to this one, but a noon meeting they could make. So I don't know, we might be adding one of those.
First semester last year, we had a meeting at noon,
and
and then one at 5 on the
So we had two.
same
So
day.
we'd be canceling this one.
We wouldn't be canceling this one. But in the first semester, it was just us.
Well, it started out, there was a lot of people, and then it kind of dwindled down.
Well, really what happened was, in the afternoon, it was just like 2 people, like 4 people, and in the afternoon, we had like a whole, like this, just full. So that's why we moved to the nights.
Yeah, but I know
We have 5 ASL 1 classes.
And a lot of
that
the,
meet during the different times.
but a lot of ASL 1 students out at the fair were telling me that if you had an afternoon meeting, I could go. If you had an afternoon meeting, I could go. So we might add an afternoon meeting. I don't know yet. We'll probably vote on that too, or see how many people are even interested in doing an afternoon meeting, if that would be easier. So, okay, does anybody else have any comments or questions or any last minute anythings?
I just have a question about like the game nights and some of the events. How much notice do you guys give? 'Cause
As much as we can, as soon as, I have kind of a tentative schedule for the silent lunches. I'll post all that on OrgSync and on Facebook if I have to.
it's just with some of the stuff like game nights, like if I want to go, like I got a request off from work.
Yeah.
So I'd
as-
love to be a part of it. I
As
just need to be a part
soon
of
as we
it.
can pick dates, we'll post them up, like, because I would rather let everybody know ASAP also, because I know a lot of people have to take off work last semester. I had to take off work.
Yeah.
So I completely understand. But yeah, the game nights we don't have scheduled yet. I have kind of a tentative schedule for silent lunches. Those usually get kind of shoved around depending on what other events are going on. But as soon as I know, I will make sure we let everybody else know. Okay, that's all. If you haven't signed the sign-up sheets over here so that we can make sure everybody gets their credits for attending the meeting. And if you are interested in maybe becoming an officer, we'll make a little list.
And
And sign up on OrgSync.
Yes, sign up on OrgSync.
Yes,
And I think we have
please
extra agendas somewhere too.
so what do you do? I wish you luck.
Write your name and then what.